I'm going to talk about Rantoul Rural King. The first one should be Paul Inda. He's a store manager, store director. They call it store manager. Champagne Maya, they call it store director. Paul, store manager, told me that even African did not complain to him about me, but he fired me. Paul saw that I discriminated to the African. I wanted to let Paul know that he cannot give the salary to the employee to talk to the African for using the store policy friendly. Paul should quit doing that. In the future, Africa will be 40% in the US, and where he keep friendly store policy on American people and second world people, especially second world is only Chinese. Second world have the China, Taiwan, and Hong Kong, all are Chinese. Can he hire American and second world people to serve for the fifth world people, which is Indian, African, Middle East, Mexico, where he forced American and second world people to make their friends with the African by using the store policy. He should not force his employee to do like this. Haley is a HR, I think human resources, the one from the corporate, wrote that if you cannot treat employee and customer equally based on their national origin and race, you cannot be employed by the Rural King. If I am misunderstanding the statement you made, I would like some clarity. Haley also needed to know that Rural King should not force their employee to treat all their customer equally by paycheck. It doesn't mean I cannot treat everyone equally. The way they want equally is for job promotion and also for say product, the one from the store about in the ad, the one for the on sale, we can give away all the customer for equally from employee point of view. Also we can treat everyone equally as for customer services. But for customer services, not all employees should give the customer services. When needed, it's acceptable for when needed. Not for all employees needed to give the customer service to the employee. It's kind of all employees should behave like the customer service employee. We all know that customer service employee are the lowest position in the store right now. Even African told all American women, they said the customer service will improve the store, will increase the store sale and store profit, and also we customer service will also give the services to the customer, so customer feel happily and they will come back again and again. This is how they try to give the try to get the customer service from the store employee. So all American buy their works. All American women, they think Africa, their point of view are really nice for the store. Technically, I didn't want to argue with that one. It is really nice idea. But right now, 30 to 40% African population in the United States. That 30% African population, 30% African and lower race population, they came into the store and asking for the customer service a lot. Even they are for example, all the employees got a lot of lower race customer for giving the customer service. How can they survive their life? How do you see customer service and customer service employee? Do you look down on them, or will you encourage them to talk to the customer friendly? Didn't you see that they are flat doing customer service? Or didn't you see that customer came into the store and went to flirt with the customer service employee and other employee? Did you see that one? Or are you still seeing that customer service are really good for customer and the customer are really nice and high standard? What is the point? 9 out of 10 customers are lower race, especially for 10 customers. 7 customers are African, 2 customers are Indian, and another 1 customer should be maybe Vietnamese, Filipino. So 10. Okay, I will reduce like, I will calculate again. 5 African, 2 Indian, Vietnamese, Filipino, Myanmar, Thailand. How about Chinese? How about American? See that one? So American first war, Chinese second war, Korean and Japanese are very rare. And also the fourth war is Vietnam, Philippines, Myanmar, Thailand. How about fifth war? Fifth war are 7 people. 5 African, 2 Indian. So 7 customers are from the fifth war. Let's say for 10. How about employee? If the employee is an Indian, if the employee is a Thailand or Vietnamese or Filipino, how many fifth war people they got? 7. 7 out of 10 they got. How about me? I'm second war people. How many people? How many lower risk I got? 8 out of 10 or 9 out of 10. How can we provide all the customer service? Don't have discrimination minded. You need to give like customer service to satisfy all the customer. Because customer are the same like our boss. How can you give like equally treated? Are we supposed to have the highest position in the store? So we don't need to give the customer service to the customer. Don't think it that way. You need to think like you need to have the good minded. How can you keep your good minded? 7. You know all the African, right? You know how Indian will come into the store, right? They are like kind of like teacher. They know everything. They are geniuses. I want to talk to you as all the product. This is the way Indian people behave. How did they 5 people behave? You're not supposed to look down on me. You need to see me, treat me, talk to me the same level. 7. Am I right? I didn't tell them like they are bad people. They are normal standard. That normal standard 7 guy. I didn't talk about any bad guy. Bad people. Normal. Normal. That 5 African inferiority. That 2 want to be your teacher and want to be your boss. They behave like they have a high IQ. That's 7. Did I mention about the flat and shake for low standard behavior? That's 7 people. If I add it, they want to flat and they want to shake with you. How can you give the customer service? We already have the customer service employee for title, for stocker, pricing, inventory analysis, and also what else? Receiving, cashier, loader. We also have the different title. So even we have different title. I'm stocker. Why is the point coming in customer looking for the customer service from the stocker? At the Rantoul Rural King, janitor, maintenance guy, giving the customer service to all of the customer coming into the Rantoul Rural King. Why did the customer looking for the customer service assistant from that janitor, from that maintenance guy? Why? So I already mentioned the first one. Paul told me that Africa did not complain to him. He just fired me. The second, Paul fired me for not taking lunch as they assigned. I did not take it assigned time because I saw those treated people like an animal or kid. Are we in the middle school or high school or in the college? Why did employee need to assign the lunch? Is it the busiest period, the one like Thanksgiving, Halloween, Christmas, and New Year? Is that like really important, like very, very busiest time of the year? Why did they need to assign all the employee lunch time? Because they are afraid that like I will hang out with a white guy, American guy, to take the lunch and to fly with him at the same time, taking the same lunch. Otherwise, why do they need to assign the lunch time? Is that like kind of like 2 or 3 employees remain in the on the floor? It's just an excuse, right? So they assign the lunch time. It is not college student. We are not working in the military. Am I right? And also like they have like Rantoul Rural King. They have like kind of like even like they fire me like kind of like they gave me the like I didn't take the break. I didn't clock off for the break. The first day I didn't clock off for the break. But like I thought like I forgot to clock off for the break. But I took exactly 15 minutes. So I talked to the manager and then she told me that no, you don't need to clock off for the break. You can take the break without clocking out. Only 10 minutes, not 15 minutes, only 10 minutes. So I just like look at my watch and I took only exactly 10 minutes. So when I took the 10-minute break without clocking out, clocking back in, how did I take the break? Before taking the break, I used the restroom. I went to the restroom. I came out from the restroom. So I started counting I came out from the restroom, walk away to my car. It took 2 minutes. So I counted starting from that one. Not exactly from the restroom. Outside of the restroom. It's a little bit distant where I distant. Not the store entrance. At the center eye. So I counted from that one. So it took me 2 minutes. Walk through the car. Walk back in 2 minutes, 4 minutes. So I sit in the car for 6 minutes only. And then in the report, I don't know, it is for federal code or IDHR. They mentioned that when I took the break more than 10 minutes. They included like the one I went to the restroom because I left from my department to restroom and I came out from the restroom. I didn't edit for that using the restroom time. From my area, let's say I work at the grocery area. It will took me like a minute to walk to the restroom. In the restroom, I pee for 1 minute, 2 minutes. After I came out, I washed my hand. Altogether, 2.5 minutes. Do they want me to count that 2.5 minutes too for using restroom? Then I will fight with them. They're like, if you want to count that using restroom time, I will use that restroom before the break. Am I right? I'm working 8-hour shift. 2 hours and I took that break. Am I right? So instead of like, let's say I started working for 6 a.m. 6 to 8. Instead of I took the restroom at 8 a.m. I can take the restroom time at 7 a.m. So we don't need to fight with that 2.5 minutes. They need to give it to me. I can train that I go use the restroom and pee at 7 a.m. Because I can't fight with them for like, oh, you are not supposed to count it like this way. I can't fight with them. So I will change the way I use the restroom time. Am I right? Can I change them? Can I change that? Oh, you are not supposed to count this way. The employee 2 hours. They need to pee. You need to give the employee to pee. It's too much to talk with them. I can change the habit. In the middle of the 2 hours, I will go and use the restroom. And then I came out. Am I right? Why did they count that restroom time like this way? Are they idiots or should I need to show them how I calculated that one? Is that really necessary to show like how did I count? Don't they see that with the one? Don't they count with their own brain? Should I need to show them how I counted? the store hour. How about one more thing? It happened when I look at like African employee from Champagne Maya. Her name is Paulette. She took the break for 15 minutes. After she came back from the break, she left all of her product and then she went to the restroom to use the restroom after a break. Rantoul Rural King fight with me. I took the restroom before the break. They want to cut. How about the employee after the break? They want to use the restroom again. Anyway, they were pee before the break. After the break, they eat within the break, right? They want to pee again. Should I need to fight with every company like this way? Is that really necessary? So I will make the standard. You can only pee one time, either before the break or after the break. For employee chances, give employee chances. For Rantoul Rural King, I count only 2.5 minutes. How about Champagne Maya? How about Champagne Mana? Walking distance is a little farther. When you have a 2 minute from the department to the restroom, from restroom to department, if altogether 4 minutes, walking distance a minute, wasting time. How many minutes are they sitting in the restroom for pee or just like sitting in the hour? So at least one restroom time is at least 5 minutes or 4.5 minutes. All American women want to calculate with the 5 minutes and want to argue with all the employees, not to waste their store money for 5 minutes. So how about like me, non-stop walking on the floor? Non-stop, really non-stop, mute and non-stop need to walk. Some of the employees just talking on the floor. Flop, talk, chit-chat, pee-talk, all the talk. I don't even talk. I don't even have time. And all those American women, they want to argue with me for just 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes. Is that really necessary? Is that how you check their performance? That kind of employee, non-stop walking. Are you not satisfied with their non-stop? They want to calculate with that 2.5 minutes with me. No, if you want to calculate with me for every single minute you pay for, I can also calculate with you like this way. With Champagne Maya, I also calculate it like every minute, every second. How many pellets? When have pellet? How tall is the pellet? Is that one? How many products on each layer? How many layers for that one? How many minutes like to put onto the shelf? Every minute count. We can calculate. Am I working at the factory or am I working at the grocery store? How do you want to treat your employee? Because you get paid for me for the benefit. Health insurance, I will calculate with that one. For almost all the employees got a health insurance problem from the company. This is for Champagne Maya, not for Rantoul Rural King. I don't want to talk about I don't want to talk with the Rantoul Rural King about all the insurance plan. I mean, if I give my idea, I want to get paid for my idea. Pretty simple one. This is kind of like my idea worth many. If you told me that like, oh, I'm selling my idea, I don't care. Yes, it is. I'm selling my idea. If you like my idea, you need to pay me for my idea. And Paul fired me for not cleaning the restroom. I did every time they page. Even I saw that store torture every single employee. For every single employee need to clean in the restroom. Is that Rantoul Rural King really broke not to hire the janitor for the clean the restroom? How about the maintenance guy? He's only sweeping the floor with the machine. He's not going to clean the restroom. So Rantoul Rural King have only maintenance guy 8 hours a day, clean at the whole store. That janitor guy, that maintenance guy will not clean the restaurant. So are we going to separate like two positions? Where is maintenance guy clean the floor? Where is for low standard area restaurant cleaning the restaurant toilet? How about can we hire 2 employees? That's also like my idea. It will work it will work many. I don't want to ask many from the Rantoul Rural King because it is not worth it to give my suggestion or my idea. They already fired me. So Paul fired me for taking a 60-minute break. This is like kind of like Perry counted my break. How old is he? He was born in 1991? Or he's only 24? Or he's only 22? To be a manager. Can I say like this to can I give my opinion like 22 or 24-year-old manager? I am 43 right now. I was born in 1979. How did he calculate for the break time? Should I need to teach him? Why did like his store manager Paul? Why didn't he teach Perry how to count, how to check their employee performance? It's Terry. I call him Terry. His name is Perry. Perry is so funny for a guy, so I call him Terry. Sorry. So it's called Terry. So the way he count me, 60-minute break. I don't even know how did he count that way. 2-minute walk to the restaurant, 2 minutes in the restaurant is a 4 minute, and 1 minute out the door is a 5 minute. So did he edit that 5 minute? If even he added that 5 minute, actual 11-minute break, it is not possible. I even like 1 minute, even like less than 1 minute had to go back into the store. How did he count for me for 11 minutes? I already subtracted for 5 minutes. How did he get for 11 minutes? I will count every second with him. If you want to count my every minute like this one, so where is the point I need to walk like non-stop in the store? I'm walking non-stop in the store and you are not satisfying my performance because I'm slow? If you put it slow, I need to go to the hospital. You need to check my muscle movement. Why am I slow? I have disease or not? I already show you how did I count it. And I counted starting from consumer area, which is grocery store area, to walk out the door for breakout. I counted when I reached to the common consumer area, clock back in without clocking in the computer. How did I count? I already show you. Should I need to teach like 24-year-old manager for how to count? How to see employee is doing like non-stop walking? Should I need to teach him for that one? Paul fired me for not working as a receiving employee to break down the pallet. He hired me for full-time stocker. He even didn't give me for 8 hours a day. He gave me only 7 hours a day for full-time. I don't even want to argue with him. I went to the HR and I talked to her. Is that called HR? The one accountant, the one his assistant inside his office. I told her I got a full time. Why did I got only 7 hours or 7.5 hours? 7 hours. She said like 7 hours also count as a full time. I got stalker, and then he want me to break down the pallet at the back as a receiving employee. Why didn't he hire the receiving employee? Are they all got fire? Is that because of me? Because stalker need to work as a receiving employee, right? It was a receiving employee job, and everyone needed to have the receiving employee as needed. Cross training. This is what he showed me, cross training. If he showed me, like, if he used the word cross training, here's the American. How about his possession, African began like store manager? Or Perry is the American. How about African began the manager? All the employee, either American or Chinese. The African, they were asked like all the white to work for them, like whatever they want to, using cross training. How does all the American, poor American? Now I accept that all the minimum pay employees are poor. Because African want us like to admit that we are poor. If we admit we are poor, we will work for them. Will you accept that one? Africans see that like we cannot admit that we are poor. If we see that we are poor, we will break our pride and work for them because we need paycheck. This is called money. We need paycheck. Can they pay everybody to work for them? Because their idea, they think that like American and Chinese, when they become poor, they can hire all those poor to work for them. They can control them. So how can we teach all those Africans? They are bad-minded. No, I won't teach African. I will teach our own people. Our own people, Chinese or either American. I don't want to say our, American or Chinese. Teach all the minimum pay. They have bad-minded. How can they have bad-minded? They got a manager position. So we need to compete with them. We need to have the manager position. If we have manager position the same like them, they can even treat us like poor people. Am I right? Instead of like pointing out that like they have bad-minded and they need to change. No. You have manager position. The store gives you the favor, right? You got chances. You can treat poor people like this way. I don't care. Because you got a manager position. You can treat whatever you want. When we become manager, we don't have the kind of bad-minded. Then we can hire all the employees. So don't use cross training. Even they have manager position African. As a single employee on the floor, as a janitor, or cleaning the floor, safe floor, that manager, as one of the employees to clean the floor or to clean the restroom, how will that American employee or Chinese employee will feel? Okay, I will switch the position. If American or Chinese have manager position, if we ask African employee, very poor employee, to clean the restroom, American and Chinese, very rich, as the poor, how will they feel? That cross training is very dangerous. That's my idea. Rantoul Rural King, you need to pay me money for my idea. Nothing is free. And then you even Rantoul Rural King, Hattie even fire me for that one. She need to give me the money from the store using the store money. That idea, I reported to the Rantoul Rural King, and they even didn't care about me, and they just fire me for that one. Discriminated to the African. That cross training. If I'm in that position with my face, how would that African employee will feel? I mistreated him, right? Because my face they look like poor minimum pay. Don't they feel any like offensive? And also the 7th one, Paul fired me for not working at the season and pet as they assign. I work at the 3 department and only 2 full-time stalker. I could not work for every department. I already told everyone that one at the meeting. When I focus on that 3 department, grocery, plumbing, hardware, and another one is a seasonal, I think. 3 department. They should mention that seasonal and pet department needed my attention. But Rural King Rantoul did not have the assigned area. But I focused on 3 areas. And they wanted me to focus on every department. And I could not focus on my 3 areas. Especially pet. Like I saw like kind of like two full-time stalker. The one is like my she's a little bit like for more experience at Rantoul Rural King. So she is younger than me. She worked for, I even didn't see her. I barely see her. She looked like a coordinator position. So I didn't want to fight with her. So I don't know which area she is working. Sometimes she is at the outside. Sometimes she is at which area. I even forgot which area. So the second full-time stalker is me. So I need to cover for like not almost all the area. Like the way like Rantoul Rural King has a two thought is that I always like I just like walk like everywhere. I didn't take for which one? For horse area. The one for fence and horse area. Those are like very heavy and like I couldn't carry that one. So that area is for part-time. The white guy, Ryan, he worked for that one. So technically, like the heavy area, the horse food and like the one like all the animal food and fences, the Ryan working for the one. So I'm working for like a little bit normal area, not heavy one. So pet area is technically half of the pet area are very light one. I can work for that one. But some of the eye are very heavy one, and also the whole palette is very, very heavy one. So because of that one, I didn't choose pet. As well as when I started hiring, I worked at a pet. Later, I just moved to the grocery consumer area and also seasonal area and also tools area. So I work for that 3 area. But seasonal area and pack, one of the African guy is working on that one. So like I just leave him to work for that one. Seasonal and pack are for African guy is working for that one. So that African guy hang out with a white American woman, American girl, Delilah. So they hang out together and they are working on seasonal and pack. So like when they are working for that area, I can work for the other area. Am I right? So Ryan also working on his own area. So what is the point? They say like a side area. They want me. So like that African guy need one co-worker to work like that, like this way. Is that African guy need that way to work for another co-worker? Because of that one, they put the galera in my position. I didn't know that one. Right now, I just got the idea. Otherwise, what is the point they are asking me for that one? They already have like one African guy and one American guy working like side by side and like they just having fun. Having fun mean like they just like co-worker, not real having fun. They are just like really friend, co-worker friend, not having fun friend. But they work together very happily. I don't use having fun. Did they expect me to work like this way? Because I'm almost the same like Delilah. Is that what they are expecting from me? So they will not bitch like if the Chinese woman is like the same like American girl working together like this way. Because they will give me that chances. They will not bitch that I'm a hoe or I'm slut. Because I need to work together with the African. Am I right? So I think that they see me that I'm working at the tools area. Tools area also have the department specialist. His name is Cody. They saw me that I'm working with the Cody very close. The same like the Lela and that African guy. So they did like kind of like African guy and the lady walking like this one. Kelly and Cody walking like this way. So they think like it is inappropriate for the Chinese woman walking with the American guy and African guy walking with the American guy. They was like poor need to work together. African and Chinese poor need to work together. American need to work together. Is that what they are expecting? They need to tell me the right thing. What they want. Because African are poor, Chinese are poor. African are working for American. Chinese are working for American. So they need to work together. They are from the poor environment. What did they want? What did they want? They saw me that I'm discriminating to the African. So how many people I talk in the store? Did they see that I'm singing out too in the store? How about performance checking and manager? How did they see me? Did I get the chances? Did I fit into the American environment? Did I the same like American minimum pay? Did I have chances? How did I behave? How did I work at the American store? How did they give my performance rating? How did I work? Did they see that I'm working non-stop? Did they see that like how much I know that all the product in the Rantoul Rural King? The performance ranking, the points. So they can use when needed cross training as an excuse or not assigned area as an excuse. They should not point out that I was in subordination. I tried a lot and they pointed out that I was stealing the store hour. They should check their own problem. Paul fired me not helping African on the wire and not listening to the African answer. Paul should know that David did not know. David is the African loader. He's the one loading all the pellet, the heavy one. Not for me. David is a receiving employee. The receiving employee work for the receiving as a receiving employee. Not work for me. Not carry heavy stuff on behalf of me. David did not know all and I know a lot more than him. Paul fired me for not listening and helping Africa on the wire, which is David. He's a receiving employee and I'm on the floor and helping customer. And I asked my manager. Even like Cole is not my manager. Cole is a receiving manager. If I know, I should ask Cole. Cole is at the back. How much Cole I know that one? Cole is a receiving manager. How can he know all the stuff on the floor? Because whenever I ask, only Cole answer my question. Because Cole thought that like I work for him, but like he already told me that like I'm not his employee. I didn't work for him. I thought like he's my manager. Paul fired me for not listening and helping African on the wire. And Paul needed to see that high IQ professor will become useless for taking advice from low IQ student. I'm sorry, no offense. I'm at the on the safe floor and I know almost all the stuff. But I didn't know that the location only. Because all the stuff are the same like Champagne Maya and Champagne Mana. So technically the product I already know that one. I didn't know where can I see the product on the safe floor because I'm new to the Rantoul Rural King. Example, Kelly will become useless if I need to listen to David answer. He got the receipt. He even didn't know any single item on the safe floor. Even the product, he even didn't know. He want to talk to me on the wire for that one. He want to answer my question. I need to give him support for that one. How did you see that one? How did they involve in my question? Why? I cannot give the credit to his harassment like this. He wanted to be my co-worker and right-hand man. I didn't see it that way. It is called harassment. Paul should get a store manager training from IDHR and EEOC to protect his employee from lunch and clean the restroom problem. Am I right or wrong? Clean the restroom. Every employee need to take the shift and clean, went into the restroom and spending 10 minutes or to check the restroom floor and restroom area. Everything they need to check and they need to clean. Every hour, the employee go inside 10 minutes and come out. How did Paul supervise for that one? Because Rantoul doesn't have many. That's my idea right now. I already presented to the Rantoul Rural King. They need to pay me for that idea. They said instead of paying me for the idea, they don't even have the money to hire for the janitor. Rantoul Rural King, David African loader. The African employee came to the seasonal area and stood beside me. Technically, it is African employee, African stalker and Dalela. Dalela is, I don't even know Dalela position. Is she a stalker or is she a customer service employee or is she a department employee? I even didn't know where is her position. I felt strange. He know that he walked a little bit far, less than 2 inches, and say hi to me. I mean, I didn't know this is the American way. Okay? All I know is just walk at your own area. He just came in and he just want to talk to me. He said, "Hi, Kelly. I feel totally straight. Do I look like American woman for him? Because I have Cody. I have Cody. You can check my schedule. Only 3 days a week I met with Cody. But Cody is working his own area. I have 3 areas. How many hours can I talk with Cody?" How did he see me? I did not see him as an American. David is an African. I did not see him as an American. I already mentioned that to Paul. Did he see me as an American? Because I work like a really, really active and brave and talk to the Cody. Because Cody gave me chances. Cody is a guy, he gave me chances to talk to him. How about Cole? Did I get a chance to talk to the Cole? Where did David went? Did I have the chance to talk to my boss, Zach? Am I asking my human right to talk to my manager, American guy? Why did David ask to talk to him? This is David went his human right and to talk to me. If we are talking about the human right, we need to talk about the one. Did I have the chance to talk to the Zach and Cole, American guy? Didn't everyone see that I even didn't have the chances? I'm not asking for chances. I'm giving a conversation. I'm Chinese woman. Even I'm Chinese woman. You give me the examiner. I talk to the Cody like the American way. I'm not American, but I see his moves as an African move. Do you see African move, right? Just pretend like they even didn't know I existed. they just stuck in front of me on the way I go to the department. It's called Douglas way. Pretend like I didn't exist, but they just stuck in front of the way I will walk, and then like they just pretended like I will greet them. I will accidentally see them and I will greet them. The relationship started from my side, not from their side. It's called Douglas way. African use friendly and still side by side and make friend with another employee. This is called Douglas way. He should not treat me like this. Not because he is an African. I can say out loud that I'm upper class Chinese woman. And I treat his behavior as a very low standard. So he will point it out that like I talk to the colleague like the flat and having fun style. Or maybe like American businesswoman or minimum pay style. Why didn't he get that style? He will argue with me for that one. Then I will show the public that like I even didn't have the way he asking me is like I need to ask for my boss, Z and Co. Is that necessary? Did you see all the classes? So if I mention like this way, they are Z and Co are upper class for me. I'm upper class for that, David. Is that fair? The classes is it? So without classes, I'm single out in the store. I shut my mouth and I just walk. Even I didn't want to shut. Who will come and talk to me? Only African David will come and talk to me. How did we solve this situation? Because at the store level, African and Chinese are the lowest one, the poorest one. So that two poorest one need to talk to each other. Is that what David expects from me? So I'm woman, but we need to solve the problem very, very directly. I only see this only this way. Everyone can see that well, I have inferiority. They made a distance with me. Not only Z and Co. All the American in the store, they were made a distance with me. We all see that one. The problem already existed. All the American will behave like a deaf feature with me. They are their face. And then with all the American in the store, I will become like the David face. Am I right? Don't ask too much from me, David. I already show you that like all the classes, all the differences. The reality we are facing for discrimination problem. He will complain that I discriminated to him. So this is a proof, right? With the other American in the store, they will behave like that face. I will become like David, very poorest. I'm waiting for the American to talk to me. With David, I become like American. And then David become like low standard. Am I right? It's called discrimination happening in the American store. So I solved the problem. I don't talk to the American in the environment. I don't talk to the lower race. Or David, minimum pay. I just walking on my own area. Don't use teamwork, team player. If necessary, you can talk to me. For grocery area, Kelly, if we are going to finish that eye first, and then we are going to work on next eye, you can talk to me that way, and then go and walk. I will walk my own area, my own stuff. You will say like, oh, if we talk and if we work together and if we stop together, it become like more friendly and working is a very active. This is your point of view. The other people cannot accept your point of view. I accept that one team player, teamwork is it. But the whole store we hire only 5 employees for stocking. American old woman will give me suggestion that treat African nicely and the problem solved. I'm not that kind of woman and I will become like a lower race. I cannot nice to the African like this way. He used so many ways, say hi to me, walk close to me, pass by me, stood close to me and say hi to me, and I cannot say that he harassed me or fire me. I always see where he went. He's an African, and also another guy, Carson. He's like only like 15 or 23 age, the same like Perry age. He also want to shadow me. I already know that one. If I allow Carson shadow me, I need to allow David shadow me too. I'm not good at teaching. The Carson is an American guy. I don't want to teach. If you become a manager, if you become coordinator, you need to teach anyway. No, the way they work is like, bro, friends with benefit, chit chat, pet talk, not for shadow. Another guy, unknown name, African stalker or visitor, I don't know. They just want to test my performance or my grading with the African. So he was the African guy. He was 6 feet away from me and say hi to me. Hi, Kelly. The first time he saw me, when did I know him? Hi, Kelly, waving his arms up. I feel so strange. Do I look like bro for all the African? I want to ask, do I look like bro for African? Because I gave the bro to the Cody American guy. If you think like I discriminate to the African, then I will cut the relationship with Cody right away. Cody didn't give me the bro route. Cody nature talk friendly and openly. The way African went, David went, go and see his face. He want my friendship. Cody didn't give me his friendship. He is the one. This is the way he behaved. I'm not asking to get the chances for American guy. I'm giving a comparison. Team maintenance guy. That guy, he just walked a few inches, 2 feet away from me. He just walked back and forth and tried to be friend with me. His skin is totally white. He looked like white. But he is not American. He is not white. I'm not sure I'm not sure is that his feature or is that only with me? Sure, I need to be friend with him. I did not need to. What is the point he behaved like this way? Maybe he was doing his own job. If American old woman were allowed Tim to do like this, how can I protect harassment of Tim? And the guy used Tim way. Because like someone will allow him to behave like this way, right? Maintenance guy using a machine and just walk back and forth near me. Because he's doing his own job. Clean the floor. For Jennifer, assistant store manager, clean the restaurant hourly. I was asked by Jennifer that I needed to check the bedroom. Check bedroom include 5 or 6 things need to do. Floor cleaning, refill the toilet roll, refill the soap, check the bedroom, clean the toilet if dirty. if the toilet is clogged by pulling the water, checking my that. I suggested to the Jennifer that Rural King Rantoul should report to the cooperate as follow. Tim, the cleaner, the maintenance guy, he used the machine to clean the hostel, needed to stop giving the customer assistant. Because he's a maintenance guy and he's giving customer assistant. If I am a customer, I couldn't find a single employee on the floor for customer assisting. I'm not asking for the maintenance guy to give me the customer assistant. Just tell me that I have class discrimination. No. The one sweeping the floor and I need to ask for the customer assistant. The one cleaning the restaurant, Jenny, that I need to ask for the customer assistant for the safe floor. I'm a stalker. I should not give the customer assistance to the customer. I'm a stalker. A stalker is the same like receiving employee. Manual worker. Do they work for them? They're stalker. Do you see the like African stalker and like Vietnamese stalker? They are sweaty and they are very dark skin and they are sweat a lot. They lift heavy stuff. The customer came into the store and went to ask for that kind of stalker. Did you see me as a stalker, or did you see me as a customer service employee, or did you see me as a very pretty woman? Did you see me as a stalker or not? The maintenance guy, the stalker are the lower position on the safe floor in the store. At the flat, the lowest position will be like receiving employee at the back lifting really heavy object. So on the safe floor, the stalker is the lowest position, the same like receiving employee. And Janita and maintenance guy, the lowest position. Why do they need to ask the customer assistant from that two position? I compare myself to explain to the Jennifer. Rantoul Rural King pay me for that idea. I'm a stalker and stalker give the customer assistance to the customer. Customer will like it or not. If customer feel offensive, how should we need to do that one? I am a stalker and I didn't want to do the cleaning the restaurant. It wasn't my job. My title is higher than Janita. We need to tell the righty. My title is higher than Janita and maintenance. Even do this two positions, the lowest in the store. Maintenance, Janita. Maintenance, and the stalker. Even stalker cannot work as a Janita. Do you want cashier to work for the janitor? Do you want department specialist as a manager to work as a janitor? It doesn't make any sense. Rantoul Rural King. Don't treat all the employees like a junk. IDHR didn't work anything for all the employees. I already complained to the IDHR. This is called like kind of like IDHR took the money from Rantoul Rural King. It's called taking the money, right? I complained to the IDHR and EEOC. What are they doing? They are not telling like Rantoul. They are not telling the Rural King not to treat everybody like this way. Do I need to go to the worker department, or what kind of department we have? Who will take care of that one? I already complained to the EEOC, not EEOC, IDHR. IDHR and EEOC are the same, right? Don't they have power to talk to the Rantoul Rural King or Rural King Corporate? I even talk to the Heli Corporate directly on the phone using the Rantoul Rural King store manager office phone, and they still fire me for that one. How about my idea for the store and why didn't I get paid and I even got fired? Jennifer replied me that it was for every hour and The front cashier were paid to rotate the role to clean the male and female restaurant and chicken and rabbit area cleaning during the COVID-19 only. I wanted EEOC and IDHR to start torturing store employees to be a janitor at the Rural King, Rantoul, and all over all the Rural King. Rantoul Rural King should pay me for that idea. And power to control the whole store, paying for the customer service all the time. I suggested to the Jennifer that Rural King Rantoul should report to the corporate as follows. The front cashier and cashier manager got the power to control the whole store. I wanted to report the corporate, the cashier manager as all the employees on the floor to give the customer assistance. Example, I work at the consumer area section and the customer need assistance at the seasonal area. K, the electric manager, department specialist at the electric, and pet manager, department specialist at the pet department. Jordan, automotive manager, department specialist at the automotive. Kelly is just a stalker for consumer area, plumbing, paint and also hardware and tools and bright. Only four on the floor. The customer needed assistance and the flat and on the wire as the employee to cover for another area. I did not mind to do that way. If the kind of situation happened all the time, I will begin the runner on the floor. Ryan Wines was the one like me on the floor. I reported on behalf of him to EEOC and IDHR. I did not have any relationship with Ryan Wine, but I can report on behalf of him as a Rural King Rantoul employee to EEOC and IDHR. I feel like I became like a loser and retarded because of the flat instruction. They just page. They just call like to cover for that area, that cover for that area. Only Ryan does. He is so stupid. And then he just cover for every area. Don't tell me it is part of the job. Every department, every area had a one employee. So like the whole store, they will hire only 2 employees to cover for the whole store. Is that how Rantoul Rural King very poor not to hire the employee? Then even if they hire only 2 employees the whole store, do they need to work like side by side? The same like Delena and African stalker. Do they need to like work side by side? So what is the point? They are using like team player, teamwork. All the Africans are using like team player, teamwork. They want to work like this way. The Lela and African stalker. And then like only 4 on the same floor. Only 4 on the same floor. So 2 need to be like side by side. Me and Cody. The Lela and African stalker. Am I right? So when they want to use the team player and teamwork, they don't even have chances to use for teamwork and team player. I mean, I can use the way like African use. Oh, I want to use. It is a teamwork and team player. Cole, you want to work with me? I'm so soft and I don't know that one. Don't use that way. It's so fake. We already know that like which way is that heading, right? We need to talk like everything like kind of like the righty. In this case, I see that the friend should not instruct the whole store employee to give the customer assistance. If they should not stop doing this, after I reported this to the EOC and the HR, I can sue them for subordination. But like IDHR took money or they didn't have power because of like discrimination law. They even need to afraid that like kind of like if they talk to the Rural King, they did not consider for the African side. So they will even get fired. IDHR people even get fired. How about that one? Even like that Rantoul Rural King case, who took my cases in charge? That Mexican guy, right? I don't know, but like he sound like he talk like his voice looked like the African voices, but I thought like his name is the Mexican Spanish guy. So can he talk to the Rural King How about Rural King will see that one? The one for David. Even Spanish Mexican are like technically they are Indian ancestor. That they are Indian. They are like kind of like Middle East, Western Indian. So they are the same like Indian. I'm sorry. I need to like differentiate out like are they Indian or are they African? Or are they Middle East? Middle East are Indian. Only a little bit skin lighter than Indian. They are Indian ancestor. So Middle East is the skin lightest one. Mexican included in the Middle East. And also Indian, a little bit darker. And then the lowest one will be the African, the darkest. So I already showed the level. So like even like IDH are in charge for that Rantoul Rural King case. If they talk to the African David, can he talk to that African David to press him down? Did he afraid that he will get fired? Because of they also discriminated to the David. How about that discrimination law work on everyone? Why can't we fix that one? Is that because of like do we need to afraid of the American discrimination law and equally treated? Or is that because of the American culture, American generosity? The one like African uses. You are not American way. For handshake, touching, for giving a quiet change back, touching, handshake, kissing and hug. Is that really necessary? Is that American way, the one like Africa asking for? Did I discriminate to the African too much? Is that what they got for every American? Are they getting the same chances for American? All American? Did they buy if the rich American people talk to them as a friend? Did David buy that one? I didn't buy it. I'm a backwards Chinese woman and I look down on lower race. I did not do this, but I didn't do the discrimination to lower race. Lower race wealthy themselves that they got discriminated. The way that I show. This is how they feel they got discriminated. And they wanted to sue me for subordination. I can compare that I look down on lower race, but no one can force me to give the same level to the lower race. Right? Period and no discount at all for my eye and point of view. Is that because I look down on them? I didn't talk to them. No. On the same floor, only 4 employees. Why is that why I need to talk to you like this way? And I need to walk like the way you the whole time. The way you went and the way you asked from me. You even didn't ask from me and I already know where you went. I'm not the only one who know like where you went. Paul also know that way. And Paul already fired me. The first sentence I said, Paul told me that like even David and African and I didn't ask and complain to him. He already see that way. He fired me one. And then the African said like, even you already know that like, just give it to me. Is that part of the job? Is that because of the paycheck? Who can do that when the way they ask? I can compare myself that Sam from the friend and cashier manager misused the store system and instead the whole store employee to do the rules. Sam is a cashier manager and she wanted to be a good for Rural King. She did all for the store. I can compare with myself with the Sam. I did all for Rural King and I wanted to clean the bedroom by using a cold wine receiving manager power. Thus, I suggested a code to rearrange all the product at the back. The receiving employee Ben and other employee work at the bedroom can complain me that I did the same things like Sam because got the power and control the whole things to change at the back. But when I wanted to change the whole bedroom at the back, I did use the cold power. But I did not force all the employee at the back to work all the things. If I get such kind of suggestion all the time, the employee at the back will see me that I'm the same like Sam, right? Sam is good for store. But like the way you feel like good for store, you are trying to force every employee to listen your word. Some of the employee can accept that you are their boss, but some of them don't. See that one? Even like Sam. Sam is very powerful. She's working for good for store. She's like paging every employee, only 4 employees on the same floor. She just like giving like instruction like do this, do that. But I'm like kind of like outsider. I'm a newbie. When I see that one, Ryan Wine is like a stupid idiot. He just like listen whatever Sam give him instruction. He's a guy. He always listen whatever Sam said. How will he begin to look like? He will become like an idiot. There is no future for promotion or improvement. Because he just like kind of like whatever Sam said he need to follow. But from some point of view, she is very good. It's good for store and like the store will have like the best. The store will get the best. Sam also got to control the whole store. How about Ryan? Ryan will become like a retarded and loser and stupid and idiot. Is that fair? So like just give the instruction to the ruler king that the front end should not take the whole power. Technically it is for the store. It is for the store, it is for the Sam. Not for all the employees on the floor. Got that one? Give me the money for that idea. Lunch time for customer service and management team all the time. 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. 8 a.m. to 4 or 5 p.m. shift. We have 3 shifts coming into the store. All 3 shifts were scheduled their lunchtime by the front end of management. They covered the excuse it was for the store. Good for store. Rural King hire human employee. Good for store does not mean good for all the employee. If Rural King have money to hire employee are human. They cannot pay money to hire employee the way they want it. When they hire employee, they needed to look both sides. Lunchtime, 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. shift. 10 a.m. should be their lunchtime. 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. shift. 11 a.m. should be their lunchtime. 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. shift. 12 p.m. noon should be their lunchtime. But 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. shift, 4 employees came in. Then 9:30 a.m., 10:30 a.m., 3 employees can take lunch 30-minute differences. The same 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. shift, 4 employees came in. Then 10:30, 11:30, 3 employees can take the lunch 30-minute differences. 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. shift, 4 employees came in. Then 11:30, 12, and 12:30 p.m., 3 employees can take the 30-minute differences. Do they need to schedule their employee lunchtime daily? Well, all employees need to take their lunches the way they said. Give the instruction reckon that the front end of management they should not take the whole power to rotate their lunchtime. Am I right? So why are they scheduled for lunchtime? They are afraid that like Kelly and Cody will hang out for the lunchtime. Can you control for that the flat having fun dating time for the lunchtime? Because like they were, I told the lady that it is like preventing like dating, American and Chinese dating or American and African dating. Don't give me the excuse that this is the busiest time. We need to cover for the safe floor. It's so who will buy that one? How old all those employees? Just tell the lady that it is for preventing like American and Chinese relationship or American and African relationship or American and Indian relationship. That's it. This is the main point. Just give me the money for that idea. Real King makes lunchtime for every single employee in the store. If I did not listen, they will fire me for the insubordination. I have human right to against all that instruction. That's all for Rantoul Rural King. So like I need to talk about like how they treat employee like a worker, or like they just want to use like nice work cross training, and also like schedule, and also like even like non-stop working. They want to control like every single move. That might be an hour I need to discuss with for 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 trying to squeeze the employee like a slave. And also I need to talk about like for classy manner for an hour. And also I need to talk about the debate situation. Even like the classic differences, it will make feel like they just want like kind of like attention and friendship. So I can explain in here that like even four employees on the same floor, the way they are thinking is like I already know like what they think. Teamwork, team player. And then like because of the paycheck, we need to talk and we need to work together. So that three features they combine and they just want to take advantages to talk to the upper race. David is the minimum. David look like very poor. I want to tell already. David look like poor, not because of he is poor. How about I will place my position as an African rich woman, African upper class. Their own people can talk to the upper class and lower class. Can they talk to each other because of the team player, teamwork? Is that true rule for David? I mean, we need to solve the discrimination problem. How can we encourage the lower race not to feel inferiority? Do you get the point? If we cannot control their inferiority, we cannot give away like whatever they want. I already see that like what kind of policy he want to use take advantages on the upper races. He is not the only one. Every African employee want to take advantages on the upper race like this way. Alright, this is like trying to solve the discrimination problem. I'm not trying to press him down. Make sense right now?